Okay, guys, we are back again with another video, Ringo TV Reactions. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Okay. Let's get things going. You're on the #1 reactionary channel on YouTube that bring you the real news, the real story, and we don't lie to the people, unlike these content creators on social media that lie all day long. Now, for those of you that comes into the building right now, right, that come into the show, I need you to pay attention, right? A lot of you have been hoodwinked, bamboozled by these social media influencers. My channel is the only channel on the internet that speak the truth regarding these issues. Once you finish listening to this live stream, you're going to know right off the top that Ringo TV is #1. Let's get into the content. I have a lot to talk about, a lot of people to expose. I'm going to be exposing, whatchamacallit, about, I think about 2 or 3 influencers. I'm going to expose them. Once they get exposed, their credibility is out the window. Let's just get right into it because there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to cover. I'm the only one breaking this down. So once I do this, you're going to see other people try to copy what I'm doing to appear like they got knowledge. But they got it from my research. So let's get into this thing, guys. First thing, this particular story about a black truck driver named Eric Darnell. It's a fake story. I was the first to pretty much crack the case regarding this, and nobody ain't give me my credit. Nobody ain't acknowledged the truth that I shared. But I made a video, 3 days ago titled "Black Trucker Eric Darnell Vanishes in Sundown Town Debunked." And it's like people didn't want to listen. So now you got a lot of fake news out here right now. Let's get right into this thing, guys. Check this out.
I want y'all to go look up how many black truck drivers go missing. If you have a truck driver in your family, you need to send them as many videos as you can because the stories are here on TikTok. Let me tell y'all what's going on. They had a black man, 38 years old. He talked to his wife at 3:45 that morning. When he talked to his wife at 3:45 that morning, he told his wife he was getting down, off the interstate to go get some coffee. She never talked back to him ever again. I think his wallet and I believe the truck was found or something like that. But she haven't heard from her husband at all. So who has snatched this man? Where is this man? You think he just up and just left it and just, come on, bro? What's really going on? But I want y'all to go and look up truck drivers, black truck drivers that has went missing. You'll be surprised the stories that's out there. Though it's just not safe. And I know me and my husband has traveled. And we done got down in these little towns to stop to get gas. And it just don't feel right. You know what I'm saying? So sundown towns are real, guys. I actually talked to my nephew because he's a truck driver. And he told me he done walked in a store and he said, Auntie, everything just got quiet. So basically he knew he wasn't, he wasn't comfortable or he wasn't supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, the people had a problem of him being there. Talk with your loved ones, okay? And guys, share this man's story. I'm going to hashtag his name, okay? I'm praying for his family. Hugs and love. If you are a black truck driver, please be careful. Again, hugs and love. Y'all be blessed, J-Lo.
Now, there's a couple of problems with this because the user took 2 stories. Matter of fact, 3 different stories and put them into one. See, Guys, when I tell you I'm the only content creator on social media that actually do research, a lot of you people out there that are viewing this live stream, when I tell you I am 100% sincere with you, social media is fake. The days of coming on social media and getting real stories is rare. These influencers would do anything for a click and a view to get a check. Everybody is not content creators. Everybody are not real influencers. Real influencers struggle to do their job because there are so many fakes that are saturating the airwaves that it's impossible to get real content out. Let's debunk this. Number one, this story about this Eric Darnell is fake. Number two, they mixed it in with a North Carolina story that happened in North Carolina. I already talked about that story. But then, if you look above that top story at the top, right there, up there, that top story, that guy they're trying to make look like that AI image. That's a different story of another black man that got gunned down by a police officer. Yeah. But you'll only hear it on Ringo TV Reactions. Oh, you don't believe me, right? You don't believe me. Okay. You don't believe me. Let's do this, guys. Let's do this. Since you don't believe me, because I know some of y'all, man, you lying, Ringo. You don't know what you're talking about. You're just like everybody else. You're fake. Okay, so explain this to me. This is a story that was January 5th, 2024. Smirkin's ex-Alabama cop charged with murdering Stephen Perkins during repossession. Do you see that? Now, let's roll the tape so you can see the story for yourself. Notice I got the website right up there. You see the URL? New York Post, verified mainstream media. Now, mainstream media. All you got to do is take that very same URL that you see up there, type it in your Google, type it in your search, you'll find the news report. Now watch this, guys, because I screen recorded this right off the website. Watch this. It says a former Alabama police officer has been charged with murder in the shooting death of Stephen Perkins, a black man who confronted a tow truck driver as he was trying to repossess his truck. Mac Bailey Marquette, 23, previously an officer with the Decatur Police Department, turned himself in Thursday at the county jail and was booked on a grand jury warrant for murder. Morgan County District Attorney Scott Anderson announced at a press conference Friday, quote, "It is not easy for me to be in a position of prosecuting an officer, but in this circumstance, it is the right thing to do," end quote, Anderson told reporters. Marquette was pictured smirking in a mugshot before he was released from the Morgan County Jail on a $30,000 bond last Friday morning. Let's let it continue. Now keep watching, guys. Keep watching. When I tell you I'm the best in the game when I do this news reporting stuff, nobody can top it, bro. Check it out. Marquette's arrest came less than 2 weeks after the Alabama law enforcement agency handed over the findings of its month-long investigation into the deadly officer-involved shooting to the DA's office. As you can see, that's Marquette. So it goes on. Now watch this, guys. Watch this. Watch this. Guys, do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see the black man? Only on Ringo TV Reactions. I just show you the video of the images that they're using, falsifying, reporting, making fake news stories for social media. Right? Watch this, guys. Watch this. Let me do this real quick. Check this out. You see this post on TikTok? This post got over 1 million, I think about 500,000 to 1 million views. You see this? All these people in this topic, it got over under 2,000 comments. All those people are dumbed down and stupid. They're all in there talking about sundown towns, and they're just oblivious to the truth. Because this is what influencers do. They lie all day. This person amassing followers, views, making heck of a money on social media, spreading nothing but lies. That's why I put their page, Instagram handle, everything. Now, I debunked this story 3 days ago. So that means that on the day I debunked this story, someone else came out with the same lie and fabricated more lies. Because I debunked this story 3 days ago. You see that? I just wanted you to see that. But now, notice the same image, guys. Look at it. I mean, think about this, guys. You see the same guy? Why would they put a story about the black man, Eric, whatever, missing, but they're using a story of a black man that got killed by police? They did it because the images look alike. So what I'm getting is somebody used AI to take that guy's face and they made the face of Eric Darnell. That's what they did. They took the face of this brother and made an AI image and turned it into a sundown town missing black trucker. Ladies and gentlemen, let me make this very clear, because a lot of you are just not listening. Unsubscribe and turn off any content creator that is talking about sundown towns. Any content creator, listen, any content creator you see that is spreading this lie that black people are getting unalive in sundown towns and they're hanging from trees and this and all of that stuff is lies. They do that stuff because they know it riles up black people. It gets under your skin. And they keep making content like that every single day. If you know that's a sundown town and they don't like black people, why are you there? Why are you there? Right? It would make sense not to go there. I wouldn't go where I'm not welcome. So all of those stories is lies. They use this man's story, a black man that got killed by a police officer, and turned it into a trucker that's missing named Eric Darnell. Let's continue on. You can find this on the New York Post website, verified mainstream media. Right? Now, let's continue going. So it says Stephen Perkins, that's his name. Stephen Perkins, age 39. Now, keep in mind, they told you that Eric Darnell was 38. You see that? But the real man is Stephen Perkins. He's 39. Was killed outside his home while trying to stop the repossession of his truck. Get it? Truck driver missing. Do you see the narrative? Do you see how they twisted the story around? Do you see that? They told you it's a missing truck driver, but the story actually was built off of Stephen Perkins, age 39, who was killed outside his home when he was trying to stop the repossession of his truck. He was not no truck driver. It's a lie. 3 other officers who were involved in the incident, Christopher McCudden, Joey Williams, and Vance Summers, are not facing criminal charges because they did not fire shots at Perkins, Anderson said. Perkins, 39, was shot dead by an officer, later identified as Marquette, outside his Decatur home on September 29th, after a tow truck driver who had come to haul away the victim's vehicle told cops accompanying him that he had been threatened with a gun. Perkins was armed with a gun, equipped with a light, and brandished the weapon towards an officer. prompting him to open fire. The ALEA said in a statement issued in September. Let's continue. Okay. Hold on. Wait a minute. Issued in September. Let me let this play for a bit. Remember, I screen recorded this section here, so I have to scroll. So that would be his truck that they were repossessing, I guess, right? So it says surveillance video from a neighbor's home published by WAFF in November captured a barrage of bullets being fired at Perkins. The video also showed the victim's truck being colossally towed away as he laid down on the ground just steps away from his home. An attorney for Perkins' family claimed that the officer immediately opened fire on the homeowner, who did not seem to be aware of the cops' presence on his property, based on the video. So this man was basically gunned down. He was actually innocent. He just was trying to stop the tow truck driver. That's pretty much what was going on. He didn't even know the officer was there. The officer just opened up, fired, and killed him. It goes on, it says the man's family also said the payments on his GMC Sierra truck were up to date, which is why he was trying to stop the repossession. In other words, if I know my payments are up to date, you ain't taking my truck. I ain't gonna let you take my truck when my payments is up to date. It was up to the tow truck guy to call the bank and whoever he got to call to let them verify that everything, the paperwork is good, right? So now, check it out. You see that image right there? You see that image, guys? Do you see the image? Do you see that? Now watch this. Watch this, guys. Do you see the TikTok post? You see the image right there? Do you see how they're trying to make Eric Darnell be the person that's above in the picture? This is what social media has done to you guys. That's why you're supposed to be subscribed to my channel, not these damn frauds on social media. Because over here, we give you the truth. Over here, we don't lie to you. We don't give you fake news. Do you see him there? That's him. All right? Now, let me do this. Where's that thing at? Give me a minute, guys. So, all right. So this is the story here. I think that was about it, right? Hold on, wait, let me see. Let me see. Let me scroll up a little bit. Okay. Yeah, so you see people were protesting too regarding his death. All you gotta do is just look up that guy's name. That's the guy that they used to create Eric Darnell. So if you're watching social media and you're seeing people talking about Eric Darnell, missing truck driver, sundown towns, and all this stuff, it's fake. And it was derived from this story. They twisted the story and created an AI-generated story to lie to people to make money. You see that? Perkins' family filed a federal wrongful death lawsuit against police officers and city officials. Do you see people outside? Look, Perkins' killing triggered protests and marches. You see that? People were marching for this guy, black and white. You see the white folk there holding signs? So while they're trying to separate all of us by talking about sundown towns and race this and trying to create a race war, right? You had white people supporting this situation with this death because it was wrongful, right? It says Perkins was married, father of two, who worked for a pet food manufacturer and had a mostly clean criminal record aside from a DUI arrest more than a decade ago. That's nothing, right? NBC News reportedly previously reported. Notice NBC, mainstream media, sources. That's where I get my info from, right? And also, ladies and gentlemen, even AI is not reliable. You're probably like, wait a minute, no, Ringer, you're tripping. Guys, when I tell you, I do my research and I have discovered that even AI is not reliable. It's not. I know you probably believe that AI is the bomb and it's 100% accurate. No, it's not. It's not accurate. It goes on, it says the man's family has filed a federal wrongful death lawsuit against the police officers involved in the shooting and Decatur city officials. So that's the particular cop right there. Marquette was fired from the police force. 3 of the cops, including Marquette, were fired last month, and the 4th was suspended without pay. All 4 officers have appealed the decisions concerning their employment, and hearings for those appeals were scheduled to begin later this month. All right. Let me see what else we got. I think that's about it, right? So let me take this off the screen. Take that off the screen. So now, this is where we get this fake story. We debunked this, guys, the other day. As I said, in my video that I made 3 days ago, I debunked this story. But I still see that YouTubers, TikTokers, and Instagrammers are still pushing this lie, right? So now, I wanted you to see that so you can know what's going on. That brother actually died for real, because of a situation. And here's the thing. They even set up a GoFundMe for him. You see that? That's the guy that they're using to create Eric Darnell. Some wicked, sick, demonic person took this brother and turned him into Eric Darnell, a trucker who mysteriously vanished, to create fear so that black truckers can fear sundown towns. This is how sick social media is. See, over here, I actually share real news, which may not be all of that exciting for most viewers because they want to hear a shocking story of a black man that was abducted by racist whites and hanging from a tree, stuff like that. It pulls viewers in so they could be outraged. I don't do that stuff. That's sick. So they set up a GoFundMe for this guy. That's more from the GoFundMe, right? This man had a real family, and yet people out here making fake posts, adding in the North Carolina situation and the shooting of that black man who was in the right by his own home in front of his family. He was dead, right? And then they pushed this nonsense about sundown towns. Unsubscribe from any YouTuber, TikToker, Instagrammer that's talking about sundown towns. It's called fearmongering. They're fearmongering so that you folks can be afraid of these particular towns. Like these towns are just there. None of you black folk live in these towns, but you believe in it so much. It's like a witch's tale, and you just believe in it. You think like a slave. You got to get out of that mess. Seriously. Right? So now, let me go back to this clip just in case you joined in.
I want y'all to go look up how many black truck drivers go missing. If you have a truck driver in your family.
Do you see what she's doing? She's trying to make it seem like black truck drivers are just being missing. Like, it's a lie, guys. There's a lot of black truck drivers that never have none of these issues. They put fear in these men. So the white truck drivers, they good. But if you black and you're a truck driver, you got to think like a slave. This is crazy.
You need to send them as many videos as you can because the stories are here on TikTok.
Do you see? The stories are here on TikTok. TikTok is where all this poison come from. All of them people on TikTok that you see making content, they're not content creators. They're fake news reporters. Fake. These people are not content creators. They make up stories. And with AI, people make fake stories now.
Let me tell y'all what's going on.
What's going on? She's going to tell us what's going on.
They had a black man, 38 years old.
That's a lie.
He talked to his wife.
That's a lie. Nobody don't know who his wife. Where's his wife? I'll pay anybody $100 right now. Where's his wife? Where's his wife? Where's the wife? Y'all reporting on it. Okay, where's his wife? Nobody don't know who his wife is. What's her social media? What statement have she gave the mainstream media? None. Where is the story on the mainstream media? Where's the Eric Darnell story on the mainstream media? Where is it? It's nowhere because it's AI generated.
At 3:45 that morning. When he talked to his wife at 3:45 that morning, he told his wife he was getting down, off the interstate to go get some coffee.
And she believes it. A lot of black folk believe these lying stories.
She never talked back to him ever again.
You know what's so sad, guys? I should have 30,000 people watching this live right now. But you know why? Because y'all don't click the like button. Y'all don't click the like button. People don't support these kind of shows, guys. When you speak the truth, nobody supports it. You gotta lie. That's the way you get views, man. I'm telling you, if you want to blow up on social media, you gotta lie. You gotta come on social media and you gotta literally lie to the viewers. You gotta give them a shocking story that's sick. You gotta lie to them in order for them to support you. You can't tell the truth no more.
I think his wallet and I believe the truck was found for something.
You think, but you don't know because you're spreading lies.
Like that. But she haven't heard from her husband at all.
And you don't even know who the woman is. Because nobody don't know.
So who has snatched this man?
How could they snatch him if he's in his truck? How could somebody snatch him if he's in the truck? And if if he works for a trucking company, where's the statement from the company? Just use your brain, people, and think. If you have an employee that drives a truck and he's missing, wouldn't the trucking company give a statement? In the story that happened in North Carolina, because you see in the middle story right there, that story, that's a story that happened in North Carolina. That's not the same. It's three different stories, guys. They put 3 stories into one. The trucker that was in that North Carolina incident, he's good and well. There's actually news about that in the mainstream news media. He's not missing. So they're not talking about that. But these influencers took all of these stories and put them in one. The story at the far top with that guy, he got gunned down by a police officer and he's dead. But they use his face to create that AI image, guys, right there. They use his face. That's how sick these so-called influencers are. You know? It's sick. Now, watch somebody in the comment. Those towns are real. You better know where not to stop. Think about that person mindset. That person think like a slave. You fair? So hold up. Those towns are real. You ever been there? Have you ever been there? At Mary Smith. Have you ever been there? Have you ever been to that sundown town that you're talking about? Have you been there? Mary Smith, where are you? Have you been there? So let me get this straight. So you know it's a sundown town, but you've been there. Make that make sense, people. So how did they treat you when you were there? Because I already know you lying. You're full of shit. You don't know what you're talking about. You're a slave. Talking about, yes, I have. How did they treat you? Like you better leave. Man, let me just put your dumb ass on the block list. I don't got no time for you. You got to go. Bye. We don't got no time for you. Coming in here with all that garbage. This is what I mean, guys. I just asked that person, have you been there? Because if it's a sundown town and they don't like black people, why are you there? Why are you there? Why would you be there? That's how you know those people that you see that come into the comments, those people are the AI bots that are designed to keep making you believe, oh, those towns are real. Those towns are real. I don't care if they're real. My gun is real. My gun is real. Let's talk about that. How is it that all these truckers are missing, but ain't nobody got no protection? Well, you know, Ringo, truckers are not allowed to carry a gun. I'm carrying a gun even if they tell me I can't carry a gun. The hell you talking about? You bugging. I'm a trucker and I don't got no damn gun. Are you crazy? I'm carrying 10 guns. I don't care about no damn policy. You bugging. You a trucker and you don't got no gun. What kind of fool are you? What kind of fool are you to be in these streets driving around and you don't got no gun? And you a trucker? You crazy. You tripping. Let's get back to the content.
Where's this man? You think he just up and just left it and just, come on, bro?
And here's the thing, guys. This is how you know that the story is fake too. Right? Let me do this, right? Where are we at? Let's read it. He never made his drop off. Now his rig is empty and his phone hasn't pinged in 3 days. That's AI. That right there is AI. Now watch this. 38-year-old black truck driver has mysteriously vanished in the middle of a cross-country delivery. And his family says no one is helping them find him. That don't even make sense. So where's the police report? Where's the news media? Where's his company? Think about that. Now watch this. Eric Darnell, a father of 4 and veteran long-haul driver based in Birmingham, Alabama. Now you know Birmingham, Alabama. They're trying to spin the narrative, racist, sundown towns. If he's a veteran truck driver, you don't think he would know about these sundown towns? Why would a veteran long-haul driver that probably made 1 million drops go to a sundown town and come out of his truck so that he could die? So you mean to tell me in the sundown town there are white folk, white racists that's waiting for black folk to just come out of their truck so they can hang them on a tree? You really want to believe this lie? Anybody you see talking about sundown towns and all this other junk, these people are demon possessed, you know. They're those type of black folk that are afraid of white people. They're afraid. They're really deeply afraid of white people. And what they try to do is put fear on other black people. You know? There are certain areas in all parts of the South that you just don't see people and you shouldn't even be there, to be honest with you. Like out here in North Carolina, right? You gotta have a car. You don't see nobody walking around unless you're like in Charlotte. But if you're more or less in the rural areas, guys, nobody walks around. There's no sidewalk. There's nowhere to walk. So when it's nighttime, ain't nobody outside. Nobody should be outside. It's ultra dark. There's no street lights. Do you understand me? You got to be damn near crazy to be walking around in a rural area at night in North Carolina, in the rural areas. You got to be crazy. And you better have a gun. Because ain't no telling what is on that road. Do you understand me? And it has nothing to do with sundown towns. It has to do with common sense. But what these influencers want you to do is actually make you be full of fear and make you feel like you're gonna die, like all the white folk are racist. You understand? At nighttime, nobody should be outside in these type of towns. Nobody. You should not be outside. And you shouldn't be going on nobody's property. Not even if they black. You go on a black man property in the South at nighttime, you're going to be met with a gun. I'm just telling you the truth. Doesn't matter. See, they try to make it seem like it's just white people. Like white people are just out here doing this type of stuff. Like they're attacking black people. No, you go to a black man's house at nighttime on his property, you're going to be met with a gun. He gonna be there with a gun. Now, if you're Amazon and you do a delivery, ain't no issue. Amazon just come in, drop package, they leave. But if you come there and there's any suspicious stuff, you're gonna be met with a gun. Doesn't matter who you are. Everybody got a gun in the South. But what these influencers like to do is make you get in fear about sundown towns. Now, if the guy is a veteran long-haul driver, he would know all the routes. Any real truck driver that is a veteran been on the road for damn near more than 20 years. So they know all the roads. They know the do's and the don'ts. And they ain't never have no real issues. But they want you to believe that this long-haul driver based in Birmingham, Alabama, was last seen leaving a distribution center outside of Phoenix, Arizona. Okay, where is that distribution center? How come the media ain't talking about it? It's all lies. Early last Tuesday morning. Okay. His route was routine, a straight shot to drop off in Memphis, Tennessee. So now they want you to believe that the sundown town is in Memphis, Tennessee, but he never made it. Okay, if he never made it, where's the dispatch people? Where's the agency, the company, the trucking people, the management, supervisors? Where are they? His wife, Yolanda. Okay, where is Yolanda? What's her social media? What's her Facebook? What's her Instagram? Who is she? And who wrote this article? Nobody don't know where the article came from because it's AI generated. His wife, Yolanda, says they spoke around 3:40 a.m. He said, "I'm stopping to grab coffee. Then I'm back on the road." She recalled, "That was the last time I heard his voice." Okay, where's his so-called wife? Where's her social media? And why the news media is not talking about it? Because it's a fake story. By 9 a.m., the GPS sign on his company's fleet tracking system suddenly went dark. Okay, how would the person who wrote this know that? That would have to be a statement given from the company. How could they know GPS signal on his company's fleet tracking system suddenly went dark? No civilian would know that information. That can only come from the company. So it's fake. Somewhere near a stretch of I-40 known for its dead zones and poor surveillance. See how they put that in there? Dead zones, which mean you can't really use your cell phone, right? You see that? Or certain frequencies are just not working properly. Do you see how they set the narrative? And poor surveillance, which means there's no cameras to see anything. So now we don't got no proof of what went on, right? Poor surveillance. His rig was later discovered parked in an abandoned lot outside of Little Rock, Arkansas. Empty, locked, engine off, right? Eric's phone has not pinged since. His wallet was inside the truck, but his keys and logbook were gone. Why would they take his logbook and his keys? A logbook is just to log your stops and transactions. So why would anybody need that? 2, why would they take his keys but don't take his truck? Does that make any sense? And if you're going to take anything, take the wallet. Why would you leave that? To give us identifications. So nothing in this story is real. That whole story was AI generated, guys. Completely. It's fake. Right? So now, let me see. Again, guys, I already debunked this video, but I'll have to do it again because these content creators are pretty much putting out fake news. Now watch this, guys. I asked AI about Darnell, and look what AI says. It says, yes, Eric Darnell is a real truck driver who was reportedly gone missing while on a delivery route. He was last seen leaving a distribution center in Phoenix, Arizona. And his family says his GPS signal went dark near Little Rock, Arkansas, right? His truck was later found abandoned. His keys and logbook were missing. Here's what is known about Eric Darnell's disappearance. Missing person, Eric Darnell, a 38-year-old black truck driver, is reported missing. He was last seen leaving a distribution center, right, in Arizona, early last Tuesday morning. Routine route. His route was straightforward, delivery to Memphis, Tennessee. GPS signal loss. The GPS signal from his company's fleet tracking system went dark around 9 a.m. near a stretch of I-40, known for dead zones. Abandoned truck. His truck was discovered abandoned and empty. A lot outside of Little Rock. Do you see my point, guys? Do you see that? Now watch this, guys. Watch this. Remember I told you that AI, look, guys. All AI does is give you back search results based on what's already on social media. So if somebody publish a fake story on social media and it's widely spread and you ask AI about it, AI will only report back to you the lie, which means AI can be manipulated. Watch this, guys. Watch that. Look at this. I asked AI again. Now watch this. Several social media posts claim that Eric Darnell is a truck driver who went missing while on a route. He was reportedly last seen leaving a distribution center in Phoenix, Arizona, and his GPS signal went dark near I-40 between Little Rock, Arkansas and Memphis, Tennessee. His truck was later found empty and locked in an abandoned lot outside of Little Rock, Arkansas, and his family seeking assistance in locating him. It is worth noting that some social media users question the veracity of this story, suggesting it may be a hoax or AI generated. However, the initial post describes Eric Darnell as a 38-year-old black truck driver, a father of 4, and a veteran long-haul driver from Birmingham, Alabama. It's also important to distinguish this Eric Darnell from Eric Darnell, a professional stock car racing driver who also raced in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. These are two distinct individuals. You see how AI is confused? AI is confused. It's only reporting what they see on social media. You can't trust AI, guys. That's why I don't rely on all of this stuff. There's a couple of times I might have used ChatGPT to ask certain things and stuff like that, or search for this or search for that. Guys, there's 1,000 times I would search through Google search and it would bring me fake news. Fake news. And I'm like, this ain't real. Why would it give me that? It's a search engine, guys. It only reports fakes. It reports whatever's posted on social media. That's the best I can tell you. You know? Now watch this. This is from a Facebook page. We're reading the middle post. The independent article I read said this happened July 27th, which was Sunday. This particular article says it happened early last Tuesday morning. That's a discrepancy, suggesting this ain't a real story. I can only locate social media articles about him. Nothing via any credible news sources, including local sources in Little Rock, Phoenix, or Memphis. Now think about that, guys. There's no stories in Phoenix, Memphis, nowhere, right? Interesting how his company name was never mentioned, nor a statement made by them. You see that? But now the North Carolina situation with that trucker, that company made a public statement. Those are two different stories, people. Don't be confused, right? So it says, interesting how his company name was never mentioned, nor a statement made by them. I believe it's a scare tactic to get black truckers in a panic and off the road. Wow, think about that, people. I never thought about it that way, but look at it. If they could get black truckers to be in a panic mode, it'll get them off the road, which means more black truckers would want to retire and just not go into the trucking industry, which means the majority of truckers will be white and they'll end up dominating the trucking industry. That's what it is about, guys. Think about it. They're trying to get the truckers fearful so that they could quit out of fear. And now it's dominated by white men. I believe it's a scare tactic to get black truckers into a panic and off the road. Something fishy is in the water. See, only a few people are woke where they can see through these lies, guys. This whole picture here was AI generated. Ladies and gentlemen, in case you're joining in on the show, the story that's been circulating about this Eric Darnell, a missing black truck driver, right? It's fake. This image right there is AI generated, right? And it was made from a black guy who was actually murdered by a police officer. And this is the photo here. Do you see that, ladies and gentlemen? Do you see that? That black man was murdered outside his home while trying to stop the repo man from taking his truck, which was up to date on its payments. There was a discrepancy, and the tow truck driver was towing his truck, and he came outside with his gun to pretty much stop it. Someone took this brother, who is a real family man, who was gunned down in front of his house. He's a homeowner, a respectful citizen, taxpayer, was shot dead by a police, right? There was big protest about this. Some sick bastard took this man's face and created an AI image of a missing truck driver and called him Eric Darnell. That's what they did, ladies and gentlemen. Do you understand me? That is what they did. And they want us to believe these lies. You understand? Now, this particular YouTuber here, he goes by Introverted Fake Star, right? He's a YouTuber that loves to talk about sundown towns and black folk missing and hanging from trees. That guy's a damn joke. I've been noticing these discrepancies and these lies that this YouTuber been teaching on for a long time. Someone came into his comment section, if you look right here. A woman named Rolls says, "Hi, I wasn't sure if I was late to this story, and you've already covered it. But I just saw a post about a 38-year-old trucker, Eric Darnell, who went missing. His family's going crazy looking for him. If you haven't already, can you look into it?" You see that, ladies and gentlemen? Up to now, that introverted warlock have not even talked about the story. You know why? Because he hear me talking about it. Right now, he's trying to talk about the situation that happened in North Carolina with that other trucker. He made a video about that. I'm going to review that video another day to see what lies he's publishing. Because what he loved to do is always talk about sundown towns and black people dying and this is happening, and he sensationalized a story and lie. He just finished lying about the death of Malcolm Jamal Warner. Lying about it by saying that he didn't die by way of drowning, that the industry took him out, that some racist white people took him out. That's pretty much what he's been trying to push, and we exposed that the other day, and we not done. I just got started. I'm going to debunk all his videos. Anybody that's a content creator, I'm coming for you. You're going to do right. You're going to do right in these YouTube streets. I'm going to hold all of y'all accountable. No cap. All of y'all going to be held accountable for lying to the people, right? So now, let me see what I got here. Let me see. Now, right here, guys, this is how I was able to locate the image. I did a reverse photo search. A reverse photo search is when you go into Google and you take, let's say, for example, this photo that was featured on, let's say, this video here. Let me do this, right? Let's look at, so let's say this video here, right? When I looked at this, I realized that this is fake. So what I did is I took an image of the guy at the top with his woman, and I did a Google search, reverse photo search. That's what it's called. Typically, reverse photo search is what you normally would do back in the day when people were catfishing and people would use fake pics of women. And you would think, oh, that's sister's fine. Well, you need to do a reverse photo search first, bro, before you think about how fine she is. Because if that photo pops up on 1,000 different websites, you've been catfished. So when I did the reverse photo search, it pretty much brought me to this, which shows that that was not the case of that story. And it told me that this was a guy that was gunned down by police. There you see a GoFundMe that was set up for that brother. You see the New York Post, verified mainstream media, right? The Alabama Political Reporter, right? And the Independent. All of them reported on this particular story. And that happened in 2024. So once I verified all this information, I already knew the story with Eric Darnell was fake, and somebody used his face, his image, his likeness to create fear with black truckers. And you can only find this on this platform. I'm the only YouTuber on earth that is debunking this story. Nobody is. They're going to copy from me, though. And when they copy, they're going to get all the views. You know why? Because you're not sharing my videos. You're not hitting the like button. You're not liking the video. You're not sharing the videos. You won't subscribe because you hate people like me that speak the truth. I get it. You love the liars. And when the liars begin to come forward, then you're going to support them when they got it from me. Right? So now, Let's go debunk some of these YouTubers that are pushing this fake story right now, right? Let's debunk some of these guys because it's sick out here. So let's start off with this guy right here. Let's start off with him.
All right, peace and blessings, peace and blessings. All praises to the Most High.
Now, he's all praises to the Most High, but he's lying. This guy is a liar. He's pushing a fake story, and he starts off with all praises to the Most High.
And yet another black truck driver has mysteriously vanished while undertaking his normal routine.
Lies.
This man right here, 38-year-old Eric Darnell, has been missing.
This guy is a YouTuber. He's a YouTuber. Didn't verify no information. He didn't do no research. He didn't study the material. He just trying to get a YouTube check. That's how these charlatans do it, guys.
Since last Tuesday. Now, the information about this case, I said he mysteriously vanished in the middle of a cross-country delivery, and his family says no one is helping them find him. Eric Darnell is a father of 4 and a veteran long-haul driver based in Birmingham, Alabama.
If he's a so-called veteran long-haul driver, he would have knowledge and experience of all routes. A real trucker, been on every road, every mainstream road. He been everywhere. He been all across the country. So if he's a veteran, how he don't know his routes? Yeah, he believed that photo is real. That's what's so sick about this, guys. And you shouldn't be following these people. Ladies and gentlemen, I know these guys, they're not going to like me. They're not going to like me, but I got to hold all these people accountable. This guy is giving praises to the Most High while lying to the people.
He was last seen leaving a distribution center outside of Phoenix, Arizona, last Tuesday morning. His route was routine, a straight shot to a drop-off in Memphis, Tennessee, but he never made it. His wife, Yolanda, says that they spoke around 3:40 a.m. He said, "I'm stopping to grab coffee, then I'm back on the road," she recalled. That was the last time I heard his voice. By 9 a.m., the GPS signal on its company's fleet tracking system suddenly went dark. Somewhere near a stretch of I-40 known for its dead zones and poor surveillance.
And think about this. This guy got like about 40,000 views on his video on YouTube. 40,000 views. So he's getting some easy money. And he know that the story is fake. Trust me, guys. There's no way you could tell me that you don't know these stories is fake. As a content creator, you're supposed to verify information. This guy got 40,000 views on his video. The video that I debunked of that video, I only got probably like 4,000 to 5,000 views. Nobody cares. But the liars, they get the views. I don't. Let's get back at the content.
His rig was later discovered parked in an abandoned parking lot.
Notice, rig discovered, but no photos. Where's the photos of the rig?
Outside of Little Rock, Arkansas. It
Lies.
was empty. It was locked.
If it's empty, that means somebody would have had to take what was the contents of the vehicle, of the truck. How could they do that unless they had other trucks that came by to take whatever was in it? See, this is all lies.
And the engine was off. His phone has not pinged since. His wallet is inside the truck, but his keys and his log books were gone. And that is pretty much all of the information that we have from Mr. Darnell. And this is going on about, if it was last Tuesday, we're talking about, 9 or 10 days. And somebody sent me this a while back. Now,
somebody sent him it. Do you see that? Somebody sent him fake news and he went online to report the fake news without verifying. Ladies and gentlemen, in the days of social media, anything you get from people, you got to verify. I get information from a lot of people, and a lot of times I hit them back and I be like, yo, bro, you sending me fake stories, and I put them on the block list. I've blocked many people on Instagram for sending me fake news reports. Don't send me fake stories.
There's no news stories about this. There is no coverage. Maybe if it's in Birmingham, where he's from, people are asking about it. But I have seen nothing. I've been able to find nothing but social media posts about his disappearance.
And if you're a real content creator, sir, you're supposed to say, hey, the story's fake. But no, you're making content as if though you're concerned about this trucker when you know good and well it's a fake story. Therefore, you're being held accountable on Ringo TV. Let's go.
So knowing that what we know or what we have explored.
Knowing that what we know and what we explored, meaning previous topics of black men being lynched and dying in sundown towns and everything else. What?
From the trucking industry, this is definitely suspicious. We all know about the case of Javion McGee.
Do you see how he's mixing other stories? Do you see that, guys? This is this is what they do, guys, to manipulate viewers. You're supposed to be talking about one story. You're trying to remind them of some other story to make this story become real. He just said, I don't know. They're not reporting on the story. I don't have no other information about the story. But you know what? You know about McGee? Remember, guys, about McGee? Do you see how he's manipulating you?
Which is now going on almost a year, where the young trucker, was found beaten and tied to a tree.
Do you see that? Beaten and tied to a tree to create public outrage, right? So that you can believe that the racist white man must have beat this black man. So let's tie that into the Eric Darnell. So they must have did the same thing to Eric Darnell. That's basically what he's doing.
In Henderson, North Carolina, where reports said that, he parked in a not too friendly lot. And
not too friendly lot.
According to, information that we gathered.
Now think about how crazy this is, guys. If you're a trucker who work for the trucking industry and you're bringing your shipment to wherever you're going to, all of this stuff is being documented via GPS and various other sources where you're calling in dispatch and all these other people. They know where you are. Why would there be some group of white men ready to lynch you once you touch bases where you're at a lot somewhere? Like, think about how sick this must be. They're literally trying to promote fear in black men so that black men don't become truckers so they could get this money. A lot of truckers make money. The trucking industry is big business. So what they're trying to do is weed out all the black truckers so all the white truckers can make all the money by using content like this to keep you in fear that you're going to die on a route to do your job. It's all lies, guys. And this content creator is capitalizing off of the lies. But you support them. You don't support guys like me that actually actually teach the truth and share the real news. Because I'm giving you the real reports and we're debunking all of these liars.
He was possibly beaten by people familiar with the lot, and he met his demise there. Now, this man said, or this man was reported to had spoken to his wife after leaving a distribution center in Phoenix. And so he called his wife at 3:40 a.m.
Who's his wife, sir? Did you go verify who his wife is? I bet you didn't. You don't know who his wife is. You say all praises to the Most High, but you don't follow the Most High. I'm calling you out. Richard Tyler, I'm calling you out. Ringo TV's talking to you. I'm calling you out. You're a liar, and you need to repent from posting fake news and talking about all praises to the Most High. You don't serve the Most High. You're a liar. Do you understand me, sir? What's his wife? Where his wife is located? What's her social media? Did you verify that information? Or are you just posting fake news to get a check? You know what the scriptures say, right? For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. That's you, sir. You're wicked. All praises to the Most High while lying to the people. What a shame. What a shame. Let's get back at the content.
Said he's about to stop and get some coffee. Then he's going to be back on the road. Now, the logical thing
The logical thing is to do your research. And you didn't do that.
To think about was, where did he stop to get this coffee at? And if his wife knows that, then that would be the first place, I would start looking. And then his phone, as they said, went dead or hasn't pinged since 9 a.m. or the GPS signal on its company fleet tracking system suddenly went dark.
This guy don't got no logic at all, guys. Let me tell you something, fam. You see this thing here? This thing can be traced by anybody from the feds. If anybody from the feds want to find you, they'll find you. Do you understand? Even if your phone is off, they can find you. They can find you. With this device here, this is a tracking device all by itself. You could turn this thing off. You could do what you want. This thing right here will find you. Do you understand me? I know this to be a fact because, damn, it's raining outside. Is it raining? Let me check my Ring camera. It's crazy, man. I wanted to go do some work on the yard. And it's raining again, man. Damn. Let me see. It's raining. I just heard like it's pouring. Well, that's good. I'll still do what I got to do either way. Good thing I didn't do it yet. Wanted to spray some chemical stuff, some herbicides on the lawn to prepare for the fall season, to kill weeds and stuff. All right. So now, I was talking about your phone. This being a tracking device. No matter what you do, they can find you. If his phone is missing, police and law enforcement will be able to find his phone. All they got to do is give the number. What's his phone number? They can use that number and they can do their technological stuff, all that stuff, and they can find us. The reason why I know is because I had an incident that happened right here in North Carolina where I got 4 daughters, right? The third elder daughter, right? She was playing with her phone. My wife had got her a phone, and what happened is it's for her to play her little games on and use the Wi-Fi. I didn't know that she had the phone there in her room. I go downstairs, I'm fixing breakfast because my wife had went and took 2 of my daughters to school. The one that was home, she was pretty much home because she wasn't feeling well. So I'm making breakfast. Next minute, I get a ring at the bell. Ding dong. I'm like, okay, who the hell is this? Nobody should be ringing my bell. All right. I go look at the Ring camera on the computer because I got like 1,000 cameras on the house, like CNN studios. I see law enforcement there, cops all in front of the house. I'm like, what the heck is going on? All these cops are outside. And I go to the door, I look through the window, and I see them there. So I already know I ain't do nothing wrong. So I speak through the Ring thing, and I'm like, how can I help you? And they was like, is everything okay? I'm like, of course everything's okay. You know? I said, what seems to be the problem? We had a situation where we were notified that there's an emergency here. Like, what the hell are they talking about emergency? So I opened the door at that point, and I'm talking to the officers, and like, emergency? He's like, yeah. He's like, you sure everything is good? I said, what did I just tell you? I told you everything is good. I said, I'm just as confused as you guys. So they was like, okay, all right. Okay, sorry for bothering you, sir. And they walked off from the door, and they were sitting by their cars, their patrol cars, and they were just kind of standing there. So I contact my wife, and I let my wife know. I was like, yo, a bunch of cops is over here. It wasn't a bunch of cops. It was just 2 cops, right? And just that they parked their vehicles, one there, like surrounding the area. So I let her know. And I said, you on your way back right now? She said, yeah. So I'm like, what the heck is going on? So I asked my daughter, I was like, you wasn't playing with the phone or anything, right? You don't got no phones in here playing around? She's like, no, I wasn't playing with no phone. I'm like, the cops are still there. They were there for about 15 minutes. I'm like, they look like they not leaving. So I'm like, what the heck is going on? This is crazy. So my wife pulled up in the driveway. So at that point, I go downstairs. Wait, before I went downstairs, I see a phone by my daughter's bed by her pillow. So I pick up the phone and I'm looking at the phone. I say, you were playing on this phone, right? She gave, like, your kids. If you're a parent, you know your kids. You know when they lying, right? So I knew she was lying. So I look at the phone. I'm like, this have to be the phone she was messing around with. You know, like how on your phone they have that emergency thing on your phone where you just click emergency? She must have clicked that and then hanged up. So my wife pulled into the driveway. That's where I just come outside and I had the phone and I had told her, I think she was playing around on the phone. So we walk over there by the cop. He pulled up in his car and I told him to come over. I said, you were notified on a phone, right? He was like, yeah. I said, call the number. He looked at his thing, dialed, phone started ringing. I said it was my daughter. Do you see my point? Now, I said all of that to make a point. If his phone is missing, they can find him. But see, the story is fake. So for this brother to say what he said, he's not using any logic. That's why you don't even want to steal nobody's phone. People can find you. There's a ton of videos all over social media of people that lost their phone, stolen phone, and then law enforcement was able to literally locate where you were and arrest you.
And his rig was discovered parked in an abandoned parking lot outside of Little Rock, Arkansas.
If it was parked in a parking lot, the parking lot would have cameras. So, sir, you're not using any logic and you were just praising the Most High. The Most High not with you, dog. He not. If the Most High was with you, he would have gave you what I got. The Most High with me. But you don't see me in videos every day talking about all praises to the Most High. You doing that to make the people believe that you're some sort of holy man, some sort of righteous man that's with the Lord. No, you're not.
And so I don't know the relation of Little Rock to Tennessee. How far was that, or how far was Little Rock from Phoenix, Arizona? You guys can do the math.
No, you should have did the math, dog. You're the one telling the story. The people are dependent on you to tell the story, man. You're giving lies
about that, but it's definitely something suspicious. We know that truck drivers have met some horrific fates.
Do you see what he's doing? Planting fear in you. Truck drivers have met some horrific fates. Again, pushing that sundown town garbage. Let's go.
Within the past couple of years, exploring the Javion McGee case, it exposed some of the latent racism.
Do you see what he's doing, guys? Promoting more racist stuff. Sundown towns, fear of the white man. Guys, I'm telling you, this is sick.
Trucking industry, the envy and jealousy of, certain individuals, of, everybody being able to make money in the logistic arena.
Do you see that? Again, it's this fear they're trying to put on young truckers, like it's this competitive thing, like they don't belong in the trucking industry, like they're all being killed.
And so for this man to just disappear like that, I find it very, 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 very strange. And once again, this is 38-year-old Eric Darnell. And you see him there, he definitely.
Notice he said you see him there. But remember, guys, what did I show you before? That's the guy who they use. You see that? That's the guy who they use. They used that brother and they made an AI image and created Eric Darnell. This guy here was gunned down by a cop in front of his house for no reason. You understand? He was gunned down and some sick person made an AI out of his face and turned him into a truck driver named Eric Darnell. And that content creator did no research. But he's busy praising the Most High. No, the Most High making me expose you, sir. You've been exposed and nobody don't supposed to be supporting you now, dog. You need to come out and apologize. That's right. Come out and be a man and apologize to these people for lying, for spreading false news. Since you're such a man of God, all praises to the Most High. Okay, repent. Let's see if you do that. Let's see if you are man enough to repent after being exposed for publishing fake news to promote fear. See, even if you even apologize, I would not even rock you. I don't trust you, dog. Once I see people spreading lies and fake news, you can't trust them because it's all about the money. They love money, man. They love it. Let's go.
He looks focused. He doesn't look like, he's on any substance, look healthy. You look in his eyes, you see,
Look in his eyes, it's fake, bro. You can't tell that's AI. You a grown man and you can't tell that's AI. Look up, yo, this dude is, he bugging, bro. Listen to this mess. Listen to this garbage.
Darnell, and you see him there, he definitely looks focused. He doesn't look like, he's on any substance, look healthy. You look in his eyes, you see, a sober mind, determined mind, very focused mind.
Bro, you're looking at an AI image, dog. Why you gaslighting these people? Why you lying to these people? You're literally lying. You're looking at an AI image. Talking about he looks focused. You can't tell that's fake. You can't tell that's AI. Guys, let me show you the image again, guys. This is the image that's been published all over the place. You can't tell that's AI. You can't tell. That's crazy, man. Absolutely sick. Now, check out this demon. All-Star Truth says, don't knock no one's holiness. Who are you? God is with everyone. How do you know he's lying? How do I know he's lying? Is somebody going to tell him? Is somebody going to tell this all-star dummy the truth? How do I know? You must be one of his subscribers. That's probably what it is, right? Yeah. Question. Another damn clown, all-star truth. Wow. Change your username to all-star dumbass. Put it like that. How do you know he's lying? By verifying the truth. Something I already did. But you ain't watched the video to learn nothing. But you want to come here and open your big mouth because you want to defend your so-called idols. I'm pretty sure you're one of his subscribers, right? You watch him, right? You watch him, right? You watch that guy. Check out that demon. He says, you not godly. Now watch this, guys. Watch this. Watch this, guys. Y'all ready for this? Put a 1. Put a 1 if you want me to show you the truth, guys. Because I'm trying to show you how sick these people are. I'm trying to show you how sick these people are. Watch this, guys. This all-star dummy is a fool. Watch this. Let me do this. Watch this. Let me show you why these people are fake and why I don't trust ninjas and how they all the same, bro. Y'all ready? Watch this. Check this out. Now, this demon named All-Star Truth says, don't knock no one's holiness. Who are you? God is with everyone. How do you know he's lying? Now watch his next comment, guys. Watch this. Watch this. You not godly. How you gonna tell me I'm not godly when you just said up here, don't knock someone's holiness? God is with everyone, dumbass. You contradicting your own words, man. You contradicting your own words, fam. Like, you're a damn clown, man. We put you on the block list, bro. You don't belong here, man. Get off my damn platform. Let's get back to the content, guys. Do you see how we have to deal with these damn demons? That demon is a subscriber from that other guy's platform. He came in here on level 10 because he mad that his idol been exposed. Yeah, he's a damn bot coming in here talking all this crap about what he said. He said, don't knock no one's holiness. Who are you? God is with everyone. But then he tells me I'm not godly. How you going to tell me I'm not godly when you just said don't knock no one's holiness? God is with everyone. If God is with everyone, who are you to tell me that I'm not godly? Hypocrite. Do you see what I mean, guys? They defend the liars, but the men that speak the truth, they hate. Nah, y'all all being exposed. God is with me. That's how I'm able to expose all of these damn wolves in sheep's clothing. Let's get back to the content. Let's go.
That's me. So this is something that, you know, we may have to keep an eye on.
What do you mean keep an eye on? You lying. That's why you putting your hand by your face like this. When people lying, they do all of this stuff.
First of all, you know, once again, hopefully Yolanda is down there making some noise. What truck driver company?
You don't even know what trucking company. You don't even know who's Yolanda. You don't have no clue what you're talking about. You're just a dude with a microphone praising the Most High and telling lies.
Did he drive for? That has always been a finger to point at. A lot of people have, you know, even hinted at some of these truck driving companies having insurance policies on their drivers.
So now he's suggesting that the driver was killed by the trucking company because they got insurance policies on them. Do you see the conspiracy theories? No facts, no truth. He's now promoting conspiracy theories now. He's saying that people have been hinting to these companies having insurance policies on the truckers. So he's suggesting that the insurance company orchestrated the death of Eric Darnell, who don't even exist because it's all AI generated. But he wants you to believe that the company got an insurance policy on him. That's why he's dead, so they could collect the insurance companies. But then you got these YouTubers saying they got hanged and killed in a sundown town. Which one is it? How could the trucking company get the beneficiary of the money of the insurance, but yet y'all saying that the guy died in a sundown town? Which one is it? Doesn't make any sense, bro.
And so if that is the case, then, you know, a lot of these mysterious disappearances and death, that may be a reason for these things. But, you know.
Do you see how he's lying to these people? He's just lying, guys. Lying like crazy. You know? That's what they do all day. But yet, when I speak this truth, people don't share the videos. People don't lie. I mean, people don't, they don't click the like button. They not telling people about the news reports that are fake. Nobody's saying that. Nobody don't even go to these people's YouTube channels and be in the comments and be like, yo, why are you spreading lies? They don't even do that. They'll come over here to argue with me. They'll come over here to tell me that I'm doing something wrong. They don't make no sense. I'm debunking these lies and people hate me for it. But the people that speak the lies, they love them for it. That's what they do.
This guy has, the phone hasn't pinged since 9 a.m. And then, like I said, his log books were gone, but his wallet was in the truck. You're not just going to leave and take your log books and, you know, leave your wallet.
Why would they take the person's log book and leave their wallet? You're not smart, bro. All praises to the Most High, because he do that in all his videos. Every time he start a damn video, he's always all praises to the Most High. And then he start lying. See, the Most High to him is the devil. Because there's no way you could tell me that you praising the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. See, when they say all praises to the Most High, don't even listen to that. Because they're lying. You know? And it's just sick. Absolutely sick.
So maybe, you know, not to say that, you know, we hope this happened, but, you know, I'm just trying to speculate. Well, maybe if something did happen to him, the person who may have done something to him wanted to leave his wallet. So,
Why? Why would they leave his wallet so that people could know? You're not making no sense, bro.
Oh, he couldn't be readily identified, but the truck has been found. So there should be some type of camera device on the truck. There should be some type of evidence to.
Bro, you don't know nothing about the trucking industry. All of those trucks got cameras on it. Not only cameras that view outside, but cameras that actually can hear what's going on inside the truck as well. So if something happened, which nothing did, everything would be documented and it would be reported. So obviously you don't know what you're talking about. You're doing a horrible job in reporting on this story, and you should be ashamed of yourself. And I don't trust you. Once I see people doing content like this, you're wrong. You're off. I can't trust people like you because you're a part of the poison that I'm trying to get rid of from social media, that lie about stories every day in order to get clicks and views. It's because of liars like you. It's why real content creators like myself can't push this truth, because you mask your content with all praises to the Most High, like you're teaching truth. But then when you start speaking on that dirty microphone, you start lying to these people. You're lying. And you've been lying about a lot of stories, because I peep game and I've been looking at that content. And we're gonna keep you on the radar. Best believe we're gonna be reporting on more news about you. We're gonna comb through all those lying stories of yours, and we're gonna debunk everything. And we're gonna show these good people that you're a liar. All of you content creators be on notice. All of you, because I'm coming for you. Best believe that.
The person or lead the authorities if they're looking, because for all that I've heard, I'm watching one video, it doesn't seem like too many people are looking for this brother. But once again, we have another trucker situation.
See how he's scratching his head? When you see them do that, guys, they lying. That's guilt. Listen, a lot of detectives, I don't know, well, no detective's going to reveal themselves in the live chat, but if there are any detectives from the feds or anywhere, a part of your training, you know this, all right? I should have been a detective. Once they lie, they start doing this movement. They start doing little funny things, playing with their face, weird stuff they normally never do. He's lying.
Where, another black trucker, where...
Notice the video clip. He edited the video. That means he edited. He edited out part of his video right there. Notice with my videos, it's all straightforward. You don't see no clip, cut, copy, pastes in none of my videos, guys. All my videos are straightforward.
The black trucker has gone missing under very suspicious circumstances.
There's nothing suspicious. You're just lying to the people. You know what I mean? That entire video, that entire image is AI generated.
If you are a trucker or, people in the trucking industry, feel free to, comment on this video and tell us what, could be the issue, what may have happened from your expertise. So possibly we can help this family find their loved one. Once again, he's a father, a husband, a very productive black man doing what, men supposed to do. And that's, take care.
How do you know he's a productive black man? You don't even know him. How do you know he's a productive black man? It's a fake story. You don't know him, but you calling him a productive black man.
Of their family, so no one should lose their life or livelihood, or
Do you see him scratching his head again, guys? Do you see the lies? Look at it. Look.
Life or livelihood, or come up under these circumstances just by trying to take care of their family. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this video in the comments. Y'all see the number 919-587-7.
This is just all lies, bro. Like, this guy's a straight up liar, bro. But hey, we got another story here, guys. Another content creator spreading lies. Another one. Breaking news. Let's hear what this clown got to say, guys.
What's good? What's good? It's your boy 18 Willing with another breaking news, man. It's sad to say, man, we come to this place in trucking where it's crazy, man. Us as black truck drivers, we feel like we come to a point in life where we figure something out. This trucking. We provide for our family. We get away from our environment. And then we start to get another type of hate. And that's racial. racial discrimination, hate crimes against us. All we trying to do is make the world go round, make the country move. Just
No, you're trying to create more hate because you're reporting on a fake story and you're trying to rile up people to cause public outrage with a fake story. Stop the nonsense. Just another fake content creator publishing lies for clicks and views.
of pushing freight. Today we have a story about a man right now. Let me go ahead and get into this, man.
And this dude is supposed to be a trucker. Imagine, this guy is supposed to be a trucker, yet he's doing YouTube videos, but he don't verify no information. And keep in mind, guys, I could make 100 videos because there's a lot of YouTubers that are doing this. They're all fake. That's why I told you the world is fake, the internet is fake, people are fake. We're truly living in the worst time in history where people are fake.
It's getting out of hand, y'all. It really is. It's getting out of hand. Let's go ahead and split this screen right quick. Let's talk about.
I mean, this dude got his mic set up like he really reporting on some news, like he ready to give y'all the news on what's going on in these streets, and it's all fake. Fake, opportunist content creators. These guys, listen, it's very rare that people on social media are real, genuine, talented content creators like myself. They're just opportunists who want to do what they see other people do.
Oh, this story that came it hit my desk, y'all. A 38-year-old black truck driver mysteriously vanished in the middle of a cross-country delivery, and his family says no one is helping him out.
His family said that? Where's his family, dog? I'll pay you $100 if you can show me where his family at. Where his family is.
Nobody is helping the family to find him.
Why don't you help the family then? Why don't you reach out to the family and interview the wife? I bet you none of you content creators can find the wife. Since y'all content creators, it should be easy, right? See, the thing is, none of y'all can because the story is fake.
Eric Darnell, a father of four. This is a father of four.
I'm a father of four, but I'm real.
I want to stop right there and just say, man, when I'm in that truck.
Here come the sad nonsense to try to play on your emotions. Now he gonna talk about how much when he's in that truck, all he think about is his kids. Let's go.
That's all I'm thinking about is my family, making it home to them. I even got pictures on the dashboard of my family.
Everybody got pictures of their kids. You're not making no sense. Every parent got pictures of their kids. We got them at work. We got them on our phone. We got them everywhere. Stop the BS, bro. Stop playing on people's emotions.
Anytime I get low on hours, low on sleep, and I feel like I can just juice it up, 1 more, 2 more hours, 3 more hours if it's legal, I'm gonna do it because I look at their face. When I'm doing wrong, I see them frowning. When I'm doing good, I see them smiling. This black man right here, man, hopefully he just on the side of the road and he lost communication. He's still alive.
So he gonna be still alive after all these days on the side of the road, right? I mean, when I tell you these influencers on social media is fake, bro. They fake. That's why I'm doing my job, bro, exposing them. You know what I mean? When I came into these YouTube streets in 2006, this is what I done all the time. Expose the liars, bro.
But let's go ahead and read further into the story. A father of four, a veteran long-haul truck driver.
If he's a veteran, that means he's more experienced than you. So how could an experienced veteran truck driver, right, be missing and be in a messed up situation in a sundown town somewhere?
Of Birmingham, Alabama, was last seen leaving a distribution center outside of Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay, what is the name of that distribution center, sir? Did you do your research? No, because the story's fake.
Early last Tuesday morning. His route was a routine straight through.
If it was routine, that means he went there back and forth. You're not making no sense, dog, when you know how to read. When you know how to read, it's a routine. When something's a routine, it's something you do over and over, which means he had to be going back and forth to the same location. See, a lot of you content creators are dumbasses. For real, y'all don't know how to read. I'm just being honest. I don't know if y'all graduated high school, but when something's a routine, you do it all the time.
Dropped to Memphis, Tennessee, but he never made it.
Yeah.
His wife, Yolanda, says they spoke around 3:40 a.m. And he said, I'm stopping to grab some coffee and then I'm back on the road.
Lies.
This is what she said. This is how she recorded.
Yeah, so where is she? Do you know her social media? No, you don't.
That was the last time she heard his voice again.
You're just reading and regurgitating what you see on social media, man. None of you content creators are journalists. None of you do independent research. None of you fact check anything. You're just doing a poor job. You guys shouldn't even be on YouTube. I'm just being honest. Y'all could go ahead and get y'all little coin on YouTube. But while you guys are here on YouTube, I'm going to be exposing your lies. I'm going to make the world know that you're not a reliable source. Ringo TV is the reliable source of news. Right? We debunk all the lies and the manipulation. Let's go.
Yeah. By 9 a.m., the GPS signal on his company fleet truck, the tracking system suddenly went dark near a stretch of I-40. We all know that I-40, there are stretches where the service is not too good.
And if they found the truck, wouldn't that be in a police report? See, you guys are not smart. You guys that do these YouTube videos, these fake videos, a GPS will give the locations of wherever it is. If that article says that the truck was this and the truck was that, there would be police report. There would be a news story. You guys are literally lying to people in order to get YouTube checks. Let's go.
That's why I say it's still some hope for this man to be able to, be alive. There's another truck driver that I'm gonna add into this mix.
Notice that he said he's gonna add another truck driver into the mix. Didn't that what the other guy did? The other fake YouTuber that made the fake video, didn't he add another driver? Look at him. He's now doing the same thing. That's how they get you guys. They manipulate you by keeping you outraged about stories of black men to put fear in you. Let's go.
JVI McGee. JVI McGee was from Illinois.
Isn't that the same guy that the other guy was talking about? Isn't that the same guy, guys? Y'all not seeing it? They're both doing the same thing. They're both lying and using the same story of a McGee. Isn't that the same guy the other one was using? Y'all can't see these guys are fake.
This happened to him somewhere outside of the same thing.
They're using another story to validate this fake story so you could believe it.
Happened to him somewhere outside of North Carolina, Henderson, North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. I'm getting tired of it, man. As a truck driver myself.
He's a truck driver himself, and he's posting fake news, guys. That ought to tell you that something ain't right. And here's another thing, guys. I don't know if this dude is a real real truck driver, but I'm going to tell you something else. A lot of people on social media act like truck drivers, and they're not truck drivers. How you a truck driver and you always making YouTube videos? Let's talk about it. How you a truck driver and you have time to be making YouTube videos every day? A real truck driver be on the road for hours and hours. They don't got time to be doing YouTube video. A lot of times you be seeing these YouTubers, you see them sitting in trucks. You never see them driving the truck. It's all one big act. There are literally YouTubers that you see them in a truck and they'll be parked in the truck and you'll see them just doing videos and they're like, yeah, guys, you know. You never see them driving the truck, but they're in the truck. Have it ever dawned on you that these people are not real truck drivers? They may work at a place where they work on vehicles, but they're not truck drivers. You know? These guys are always talking about sundown towns and how black men are always getting killed in sundown towns. These are all lies. All of it is lies. They want to create fear and create a race war. He's a part of it. You know, that's what he's doing, guys. Shout out to Brandon for the support. Says, showing love, fam, the way you break down stories. I need to hire you for my pre-dating screening. Keep pushing, fam. Ringo TV. Appreciate you sponsoring the show. At Brandon. You know, we got to break down these stories the correct way because a lot of these guys are opportunists, and that's why I keep their name on the screen. Now, keep in mind, guys, if I didn't want to give these guys no sort of recognition for their content, right? All I had to do is just block out their names like that. You see that? That's if I wanted to. If I just wanted to do the story and not make you know who they are, that's all I had to do. But I want you to know who these liars are. You got Richard Tyler, which is a liar, a YouTuber. He's a liar. And then you have at Teen Willin, another liar. We're just exposing the liars, guys. That's all we're doing. Exposing the fake YouTubers that publish lies and misinformation in order to get clicks and views. Let's go.
You know, we found a way to provide food for our family, just like y'all provide food for y'all family. It's the same way. But we see that we up against another type of hate out here, and it's just hate on us.
No. The real truth is these black truckers or fake truckers that you see on social media, they hate white people. We got to call it what it is. You hate white people. Just say that. Stop acting like everybody hate you, like there's a bunch of sundown towns and y'all just tired of getting killed. Stop these lies, man. You guys do this because y'all love creating outrage in the public. And the people that mostly view those videos are black racists or people that just hate white people. They gravitate towards that stuff. You know, it's just like on YouTube. If anybody don't like me, right, and they see another YouTuber talking about me in a negative way, it's funny, but their videos end up getting supported by all my enemies. You'll see all my enemies in their live chat, in the comment section. All they're doing is talking crap about me. Those are my enemies. They'll gravitate towards anybody that's talking negative about me. So when you have these racist blacks that keep talking about sundown towns, it attracts the same kind of minded people. People that think just like them.
Like men. I seen a video on TikTok saying that
a video on TikTok.
You should tell your family and speak to your family frequently.
You see that?
What do y'all think that we doing? We speak to our family frequently.
All this is fearmongering, promoting fear. So as a black trucker, I got to constantly be concerned about sundown towns. This is crazy, bro. So what about if I'm a Amazon delivery guy and I'm black? I guess I shouldn't deliver at the sundown town because they're going to kill me. If I'm black and I'm delivering my Amazon packages, I mean, why aren't you seeing Amazon workers dying in the sundown towns? Come down to the sundown town. You don't want to come to this sundown town now. You know, you come down here, we're gonna definitely do something to these black men. I don't want to see none of you black men down in my sundown town. Hey, Billy, you go saddle up that truck right now. Who that on the camera? That's a black man. Sir, I'm just here to deliver your Amazon package. Get him! Saddle him up, put him up on that tree. Sir, come on, I work for Amazon. No, that's not happening. You know what I'm saying? They want us to believe this so we could be spooked out by the world. You know what I mean? You go to any town, you're going to get met with a gun. I told you, listen, in the South, out here in North Carolina, you pull up on a black man's property and you are not welcome. You're not a delivery personnel. You don't got no business being there. You will be met with a gun. Trust and believe that. When they answer their door, they got their gun in their hand. It doesn't mean they're brandishing guns pointing at you, trying to scare you, but they will have their gun on them. You understand? Whether white or black. You don't go on nobody's property if you're not welcome. There's a lot of places in North Carolina that I see. And I know that's not my property right there. I'm not going on their property. That's why it's your property. That's why when you buy land, it's your land. Nobody don't supposed to be there. Now, if you got deliveries and other stuff, that's a different story. But nobody should be there. Nobody. You're going to be met and questioned about why you're here. And you better not ever come to this property again, especially if you see the sign right there saying no trespassing. But they trying to make it seem like white sundown towns, you know, they They never show you video of these towns. They never show you names of these towns. They never give you any evidence of these towns so that it's like, okay, that's a sundown town right there. That's a sundown. They never do it. And all of these YouTubers that talk like this, they all supposed to be truckers, but they're not driving a truck. You never see them driving, guys. You never see these guys in a truck driving. But they're supposed to be truckers. No, they left the trucking industry and now they're YouTubers. That's the truth. Because if you're a trucker, you don't got no time to be doing videos. Truckers that are really getting the money are on the road all the time. And when they're not on the road, they're resting or spending time with family. They don't got no time to be doing YouTube videos. So when you see these guys claiming that they're truckers, but they're talking about breaking news, they're not no damn trucker. They're YouTubers.
We're not crazy. We're not insane.
Yes, you are crazy.
We don't have any mental illnesses. The news is quick to blame a mental illness. Oh, he unalived himself. He was mentally ill. Now that y'all using that on us. No, we know we know what's going on. Check the statistic of a black man in his mid-30s unaliving himself. I'm talking about nationwide. And you will see that it's very rare that we do these things. Yes, they do happen. But we got so much other stuff. As a black man, I'm speaking for other black men. We got so much other stuff to worry about other than killing ourselves, unaliving ourselves, that's the last thing on our mind. The first thing is food, providing for our families, God, financial issues. We have no reason to unalive ourselves.
What is this guy talking about?
Me as a black middle-aged black male, I'm thinking about myself. What would put me in a mindset? Let's just say that was the deal. What would put me in a mindset to want to unalive myself? I can't think of nothing that would. But I can tell you I got 1,000 other reasons to live for. And the number one reason is my kids.
Do you see how he's making the story all sentimental to make it like, oh, you know, I'm just doing this for my kids? That's what everybody that works. Any man that works and provide and have a family is doing what he got to do for his kids. So save me all of that stuff. We already know that. Every good parent does do what they do for their kids. Whoopee-doo. Congratulations. Welcome to adulting.
Whether we broke, whether we rich, whether they have mental illnesses, I don't want to be away from my kids. I can tell that this is the last thing on this.
Yeah, he is stealing my talking points because I'm the one who's been saying that about how the things that I do for my kids. And a lot of these content creators, man, when I say they be copying off me every damn day, it's just crazy, man. Like, you guys really need to get your own style, your own life, and stop trying to mimic me. None of you could ever be me, fam. And your run on social media is going to be very short-lived. You might have a little success here and there, but eventually it's going to all come to an end. You know why? Because you're fake.
Black man's mind was to unalive himself. The last thing on JVI McGee's mind was to unalive himself. I want to say this for
why is he talking about McGee when he's talking about Eric Darnell? Do you see what he's doing? Twisting these stories by painting them together.
All my drivers out there, whether you're black, white, Mexican, Asian, Puerto Rican, Dominican, stay strapped. You'd rather do time in prison than to not be here at all. Never get nobody to one up on you. This truck went missing. This man truck went missing outside of Arkansas, probably in a small town. If you looked at any of my videos, you always heard me say Arkansas always been sketchy.
Do you see what he's doing now? Now he's saying Arkansas always been sketchy. So here comes probably going to talk about Sundown Town. Sundown Town. Everybody get to the Sundown Town. Won't leave with no anthem down. Come to the Sundown Town. I don't know why they keep doing this, man. Promoting fear and chaos. This doesn't make no sense, man.
And I got family in Arkansas. Shout out to all my cousins. down there in Arkansas, in Marietta, Arkansas.
Man struck by gunfire in New York. Wow. The suspect is at large. The shooting victim is in critical condition. New York. Tell you, man. That's why I had to get out of New York, man. It's too much crime, bro.
Forest City, Arkansas, West Memphis. I got good family. Little Rock. I got good family down there. But I do know on the outskirts of Arkansas, it's shady around there.
What do you mean shady? Shady in what way?
No parking around there. You will find yourself on the ramp down there because it's the lack of parking. And what comes on sleeping on the ramp comes by people bypassing. They have nothing to do in life but to make your life a living hell if they can. I just seen one of my people. If you see this, go ahead and you know, if you want to be acknowledged for this content, if not, just remain silent. In Atlanta, truck shot up. Now that might be a little different, but this is what's going on, man. We got.
See how he's putting more fear? Oh, the truck got shot up. No context, no story behind it, nothing. Shot up by who? Atlanta? Shot up? Yeah, shot up by a bunch of black dudes who try to rob his truck. Where's the context? What happened? It's like you really painting this negative image of the world, man. Like a trucker is supposed to be afraid. You don't see white truckers doing this. You don't see white truckers online. You know, I can't go to them sundown town. Hey, Gary, what's going on, Bill? I'm just fearing for my life, man. It's like I have my family to take care of, and I just can't think of what I'm gonna do. What's going on, Bill? Well, you know, I was driving my truck, and I just decided to go get a cup of coffee. And, when I got out of my truck, I realized I was in a sundown town. A couple of rednecks pulled up, and they had guns. And they told me I better get out of this town or I'm going to be on a tree. But Gary, you're white. Well, actually, I got a little tan on me. And the guy thought I was a black guy. I proceeded to bring out my ID. I told him, I said, look, I'm not a black guy. I'm white. And he told me to get out the town by sundown. Get them down and get them down in the sundown town. That stuff is not happening, man. It just doesn't even make no sense. But let's get back to it.
Stop this. We got to stop this, man. All around, just stop it. We're trying to make a living for ourselves. And without us, y'all have to realize that it's going to be harder for you. See, we are the vein and the vessel through this whole country.
That's the thing. Like what Matt says we go into every hood around the country and put ourselves in very dangerous places. A real trucker been everywhere. Think about all the places they got to do deliveries. Think about that. Think about all the places. Y'all remember what happened with that story with the trucker that thought they were robbing him? I forgot. All right. It involved a black dude that was caught in between the semi-truck's wheels and they were grinding him up in the wheels. And he was screaming. He was like, oh, and they were grinding. He was grinding the wheel because the truck was moving. He was getting ripped to shreds by the wheel. And all them black folk were trying to rob his truck. Y'all remember that story? I forgot what company was the truck. I think it was FedEx. It was a FedEx trucker. And he thought they were robbing him. And he just kept driving. And all of them surrounded the truck trying to rob his truck and whatnot. Think about the dangerous situation. See, nobody talks about that. Was that a sundown town or a black downtown? I just want to know. We talk about, listen, we talking about all these sundown towns, but what about that town? What about that town where the black folk tried to rob the FedEx driver, and he kept driving, and the black guy got ran over. You remember that story? It was a gruesome story. I ain't gonna hold you. I felt kind of bad for the guy because they said that the guy wasn't really trying to rob the truck, that he just got caught there. He was trying to, I guess, make the other guys not rob the truck, and he got caught up. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I would not be in between wheels of trucks. So I don't know. Maybe he was one of the guys that was trying to rob the truck. I would never put myself in between the wheels of a truck. So that's crazy. You know what I mean? But he died. You know? You said it was a FedEx truck, right? Yeah, just look up the video. If you look up the video, it's still online. It's a horrible video to watch, though. You know? A horrible video. That guy was literally dying while getting ran over by the wheel. It must have ripped his legs off. Ripped his leg. His whole body was shredded into pieces in between the wheels, grind up. Absolutely sick.
So if y'all stop us, y'all wanted to stop us, right? It's not gonna be no food for your family. You're not gonna be able to build. You're not gonna be able to have agriculture growing. You gotta, we helping each other out around here.
If I'm a trucker, I'm having guns all in my truck. I don't care about no policy and all this garbage. I don't know what y'all talking about. Truckers can't have no gun. A real trucker got a gun. I guarantee you white truckers got guns. I can guarantee you white truckers that are on the road, I guarantee you they got guns. Especially in the South. I know they got guns. They got guns. They're not going to be driving around and don't got no gun. Ain't nobody going to pull up on me and I'm in my truck and you talking about, well, you're not them down in the sundown town. Get that rope, Billy, and saddle up that tree. We going to hang this. Nope. You're not hanging me. You're going to get a bullet. You come to my truck, you getting a bullet. You know what I mean?
No matter what you going through inside personally, don't take that out on another person. I don't give a damn if you black, white, Asian, African, American, Palestinian, whatever, Russian.
Stop the cap. You just don't like white people. You know what I mean? You don't like white people, bro. Because I guarantee you, and this is just one video I found from this dude, I guarantee you all his videos is anti-white. I don't like channels like that, man. I don't like those anti-channels like too far to the left or too far to the right. You know what I mean? You just got to be fair and balanced, bro. If you're going to talk about a story that involves white people, be fair and balanced. If it's black people, be fair and balanced. Focus on the truth. But don't be one of them channels, man, that just promote racism, fair, separation, division. Don't do that. You know? Don't do that garbage because it's not cool.
Keep that to yourself. Go seek help. Go seek help.
How you going to tell people to seek help? You need to seek help too.
I was going to let this breaking news just be about breaking news, but I had to come to grips with my people being, unalive.
Your people being unalive. Do you see what he's doing? His people being unalive. He don't care about white people. He care about his people being alive. So if you care about your people being unalive, sir, what exactly are you doing in the black community with all the black on black crime? What are you doing about that? You care about your people being unalive, but in the ghettos and the slums, they're killing black people in droves, right? The drug dealers, the thugs, the gangsters, they're killing our people every single day. Right? But you're not doing nothing about it. You're not saying nothing about it. I bet you got no videos on your platform about black men killing black men. Not one. I know. But you want to act like you care about your people being unalive. Stop the cap, bro. You don't care.
They not unalive in themselves. We got enough to deal with. And when I see somebody his age, I start to think about myself. I started to think about my kids.
You see how he's using all that emotional stuff to try to get you all like caring about the story?
What if I wasn't here? To provide for them. What shape would that be? What shape would that leave them in? Hopefully this brother is somewhere just stranded with his phone off. Hopefully he's alive. But I want to say this, man, my condolences to anybody that's experienced a sundown town their family had to bury you. Bad news had to beat you home.
Wow.
I'm here to keep your name alive.
Do you see what he just did? Sundown town. Do you see that? Do you see what he's promoting, guys? Shout out to Matt for the support. Shout out to Matt. He says, did you ever see the David Darn story in St. Louis? Nope. That's why I depend on people to actually send me news stories on my Instagram at Ringo TV Raw. If y'all got news stories, anything y'all want me to cover, send the report, as long as it's real news, to my Instagram at Ringo TV Raw on Instagram. Ringo TV Raw, at Ringo TV Raw. And when I have time, I get hundreds of different messages online. But when I find time, I could talk about the stories. But I never heard about that. I'll look into it. You know what I mean? Let me go do a quick Google search. And you know what's so crazy? That you just said that. There are other content creators that are watching me right now, right? So they're going to probably go look at that and try to rush to social media to make a video real quick. This is what they do, guys. This is what they do. For example, I believe it was Matt that told me about the story about the Cincinnati beating. I mean, I heard about it, but I don't think nobody really sent me info on that, right? And as soon as I talked about it on my platform, other YouTubers, they saw when I said I'm gonna do videos on it, and they went straight to YouTube to start make videos like they really cared. They didn't even know about the story. They're watching me right now in the clouds, thinking of how they're gonna make content. Real sick. Let me see. What's this? No. After responding to, I don't know if that's the same David Darn's killer sentence. I don't know if that's the actual story, but if anybody got info on that, send it to my Instagram. Make it easy to understand, because if I got to spend time searching for stuff, then I won't even talk about the story. That's pretty much how it goes. Like, if y'all got the story, send it to my Instagram. Make it simple for me to just understand. Get right to the point. Here's the link. Here's the story. Do not send me YouTuber videos. I don't want to hear nothing from no YouTuber. I don't want to see no reaction from no YouTuber. I don't do videos while watching someone's video. I do my own content. You have a news story, article. That's all I need. Right? But yeah. The reason why I say do it that way is that way I can get to the point and get to the content. If it's not making sense, I'm not doing a video on it. If I got to go search and look for stuff and I can't find what I need to find, then I won't do a video on it. It needs to make sense, right? So let me see.
It's 18-wheeler, man. This breaking news.
So this 18-wheeler spread lies about a story of Eric Darnell. It's a fake story. It's not real. And he spread the story as if though it was something legit. And it's just sad. Let me see. Somebody says, so why black folks mad because of the Cincinnati incident? I need answers, Ringo. I already made one video about it. You had the so-called councilwoman. She's a disgrace. She need to step down from her position, because she basically celebrated the Cincinnati beating of the Russian guy. I believe they saying he's Russian, and they beat up. It was 3 people that beat up the white woman, right? I recommend nobody do business with the city of Cincinnati, especially in that area. I would recommend that the people boycott and don't be patrons to those businesses, especially at the jazz festival. Don't support that next time around. Don't support it. I seen a video of what they're claiming started the whole thing. They're claiming that the white guy slapped the black guy. Number one, after reviewing the video, and I'm going to talk about that as well, that wasn't a slap. That guy appeared to be intoxicated. Yes. It started over someone kicking someone's car based on the facts. And the white guy, based on the back and forth, he looked like he reached out and kind of tapped the guy on his face. It was not a slap that render a strike like, oh man, yo, I'm hurt. No, he tapped him on the face. And then when he did that, another black guy sucker punched the white guy. You understand? If this was supposed to be a fight between men, why didn't the guy in the red just fight the white guy, one-on-one? No, the ninjas decided it would be good to jump the white man. That's what I saw. Because why? Because you're a bunch of cowards. I thought it was supposed to be a fair one. I thought it was supposed to be a one-on-one fight. If the white guy slapped him in the face, okay, you a man, hold your own. So why the other black guy took a swing and sucker punched the white guy, and then everybody started jumping on him, including a black woman? Come on now. How do you justify that? Is that how black people move? So let me get this straight. The white guy should have kept his hands to himself. So you're telling me that it's justified for a bunch of ninjas to jump one man, 15 on 1? Y'all feel real strong? I mean, heck, who's gonna win a fight with 15 on 1? But if the black man is really gangster and the white man slapped him the way y'all portraying the story, why didn't the black guy put up his hands and go toe to toe, one-on-one, shoot the fair one? You know why? He didn't, because he's pussy. That's why. And it took all you ninjas to jump on these folks when they're intoxicated, right? Intoxicated. And we don't even have the full context. It could have been a situation where the white folks was probably trying to leave to go in their car, where the other car was blocking them from getting out of a driveway. There's so much context that's missing. That's why it's good to let the story come out so all the facts are shared. But they're spinning it in a way as if though, you know, these white folks were terrorists and the black folks had to do what they had to do. No, y'all made a disgrace of yourselves and made black folk look bad, made us look like savages. You know, y'all all was kicking these people in the head. It took 3 people to beat a white woman, and she was trying to just break up the fight. 3. First, a black woman assaulted her. Another person pushed her, and then the black guy came out of nowhere and punched her right in the face. And now I'm hearing they release photos of the white woman with her face all messed up. That's what I'm hearing, that they release photos. I don't know if those photos are real because I haven't checked in on the info. There's a lot of stuff with that story that's coming out. And me, I got an actual life and family. So it takes time for me to get to these particular stories. I'm not on YouTube 24 hours a day trying to get the stories out first. I verify my stories. I verify the stories and I get the facts before I get on the mic and start to talk. Because unlike these fake YouTubers, I don't get up here just lie to the people, right? When I saw the video where the white guy appeared to have struck the black guy, that was not a slap, like a whole throw your hand back slap the crap out of somebody. No, it was like a taunt, like, you know, like when you taunt somebody. And when he did that, another guy that wasn't struck started to punch the white guy and beat him up, and then everybody jumped on him. Well, how come the black guy didn't just fight him one-on-one? Because they were setting that guy up. They wanted to beat that couple up. And based on the whole story, the way the context is, they set it up to beat them people up. And it's way deeper than the public think. All the facts are coming out now, right? So at the end of the day, I'm going to get to that story later on. Let me see. Where was that other comment? Okay. Yeah, but I'm not done with the Cincinnati beating. I'm just getting started. I got a lot of things I got to do, guys. But I'm dealing with different stories. You know, it takes time. That's why I like to do my uploads, because with my uploads, I could get right to the point. When I do my live streams, I tend to be on longer. You know what I mean? And the videos don't get the support that it need. When I do my uploads, it's like people support the videos more. I don't know why, but it just seems to be that way. You know? But Yeah, I'm going to look into these stories. If you got stories, just send them to my Instagram and make it clear to understand. Let me see. And if something is important, like I said, you send an Instagram message to make it clear. A lot of stuff y'all saying in the live chat, I'm not even seeing, to be honest with you, because I'm doing a show. So I'm not going to comb through all the comments to see what people are saying. So if you're saying something that's worthy of reporting, you got to send that to my Instagram so that I can pretty much see what it is. Yeah. So I hope that y'all get the understanding from this message that a lot of these content creators are spreading nothing but lies about sundown towns when they don't live there, they don't visit there, they just talk about it. First of all, at nighttime, why would you want to be walking around these areas? I wouldn't even be walking around there. Even if I have a gun, I'm not walking around anywhere in any environment like that, because that's crazy. You're literally alone. And if people think you're some prowler, especially in an open carry state, Second Amendment state, I mean, people will literally have reason to just shoot you down. Like, it don't even make no sense. You don't live in the community. You're not from that town. You don't want to be there at night anyway. You know? So why would you even subjugate yourself to that? It doesn't make sense. There's places right out here you don't want to be out. You don't even want to be walking around my community at night. Why would you do that? Why would you be walking around my community at night and I see you outside walking at 2 a.m, walking around? I'll be like, what? Who the hell is this? You better not come near my door. You know? Don't even gonna come nowhere around my house. Nowhere. So who would be out at a so-called town at night? They try to make it seem like you go to the gas station, you're gonna die. If you go to the store, you're gonna die. Come on, man. You living in fear. You living in fear, man. I ain't living in fear of nobody. I don't got that kind of time. I don't like that sundown town talking point that black folk always using on social media. None of them live there. None of them travel there. None of them don't even know or could name any of these towns, but they keep talking like this on social media. They keep spreading these lies. Again, guys, in case you're joining in on the show and you don't know what's going on, you got to watch the video from the beginning. You got to watch the video, guys. It's very important that you watch the videos because they're spreading lies. These YouTubers are spreading lies. This is what they're doing. They took the North Carolina story with the trucker that went to the drop site where he was being confronted by some white workers. They tried to spin this as a racist video when we don't have the full context of what went down. Then they took a story that's at the top, which is a story of a black man that got killed by a white cop after he came out of his house seeing somebody trying to repossess his car, the repo man. But his car note was up to date on the payments. And what somebody did is somebody took this particular story here and they took the story of the black guy and they did an AI composite of his face and turned him into Eric Darnell. And they created a fake story of a missing truck driver. That's what they did, guys. Now think about his family and how they're mourning the loss of him. And you got this fake story of Eric Darnell. You don't think his wife would know? It's sick. But this is what they're doing, fam. All fake news in order to get clicks and views. I'm the only channel actually reporting on real topics, real news to break down and debunk these lies. But I don't get the support because nobody hit the like button. Nobody shares the videos. Nobody want to subscribe to the channel because they don't want to see my platform grow, even though I'm giving you excellent commentary, excellent breakdowns. I don't get it. I don't understand how social media is like this, where you could be doing a heck of a good job and the people that view you, they don't want to see you succeed. See, it's you, the viewer, that stops the platform from growing, or you, the viewer, that help the platform to grow. So if I'm unable to grow and reach people with this content, it's because you, the people, aren't sharing the videos. It's just that simple. Simple math. Because there is no way that these people are publishing all these fake videos and they're getting all the views. The fake content gets all the love. It's sick. But anyway, guys, I'm going to get up on out of here. Peace and blessings to the mods in the chat, everybody in the building. I got to take care of some work on the yard and do what I got to do. So I'm going to get up on out of here. I don't even know if y'all can still hear me because this video, the internet is bugging in this area. It's probably all weird right now. So I'm going to get up on out of here while it's pretty much crashing out. So y'all take care. I'll catch y'all later on with more content. Subscribe to the channel if you like the content. If you don't, leave a comment. Let me know why you don't like my content and why you don't like my hat. All right. So peace and blessings, everybody. Y'all have a blessed day. I'll catch y'all later on with more content. Right. Peace and blessings. All right. I'm out. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $RingoTV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/RingoTVRaw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at RingoTVRaw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth, 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.